Hello and welcome to the Air Hug Community Podcast, where we have new episodes every Tuesday. This is episode 118. Hello and welcome to the Air Hug Community. If you're new here, this is a podcast. It's very informal, very conversational. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't, but we love to talk about real midlife, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, and all the emotions that go along with it. So I'm really glad you're here. Welcome. Let's get after it. Hello, wonderful listeners. Thank you for coming back. Today, it's just me, and we're going to have a little bit of a serious chat. And I want to talk about something that I love to talk about. It's something that comes up a lot, and it's this whole issue of time. But I kind of disguised it as your superpower. So here's the thing is you have a superpower. And your superpower is exercise. Now, before you go clicking away from here, I want you to hear me out. This is a short episode, but I really think that everybody needs to hear this. Exercise is truly a superpower because exercise is so much more than all about looks. But before we go there, and I'm going to repeat some things that you've heard before, but you know, when I think something is really important, I tend to repeat it often because it's a message that needs to be told over and over again. But like I said, before we go there, we have to get one thing very straight. And I want to tell you this. Do not wait for an open schedule to begin your fitness program. If you happen to be on a hiatus or you're not as consistent as you want to be, and you're ready to say, yeah, I'm going to do this, insert a phrase after the holidays are over, after my vacation, after tax season, after daylight savings, I don't know, whatever, after I change my light bulbs. Well, maybe not that. But don't do that, all right? The best time to get into your fitness program is when your life is at its busiest. Now, do you think that sounds kind of backwards? I think it makes perfect sense, and here's why. All right? Having the ability to fit your fitness program in exactly as you want it to be when you are at your busiest means that you will have the best chance of sticking to it long term. Because if you can do this when your life is crazy busy, then you can certainly do it when life slows down, right? And by the way, here's a little hint. Life never slows down. There will be always something keeping you crazy busy. That is the way of life. So don't wait for the ideal time. Don't wait till you're not busy. Do it now. Do it now when you're very busy, when you think you can't possibly do it, and set up a schedule. However you're going to do it, if you're going to work with a trainer or a program, or you're going to get an app, whatever it is, or you're going to join a gym and you're going to go to classes, whatever you're going to do, get it on your calendar. Do not write it in pencil if you're still using pencil and paper, and stick to it. Because if you can do it now, you're going to always be able to do it. Now, here's my second point. Don't do it for the looks, okay? Exercising and trying to get into a fitness plan and trying to get fit just for your reflection in the mirror is really selling yourself short. And it's also very likely to cause you problems in the long run. And I'll get to that in a minute. But let's talk about what exercise does give you. It gives you so many gifts, okay? And these gifts are a decrease in anxiety, all right? Stronger bones, a sharper brain, better sleep, a decreased risk for certain diseases like cancer and heart disease, a better chance at a longer, better life. better treatment for depression, and a better sex life. All right? Now, you see what I mean? Exercise really is a superpower. So let's talk about getting shredded. So you know what I'm talking about? Like, I have had so many clients or potential clients come to me and say, I want to look like I'm going to go and be on stage in a fitness competition, but I don't really want to do that. And I always say, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Because here's the thing. This is something I've said before. Number one, if you want to do that in your life and do it to compete, go ahead. But don't do it because you just want to look like that. Because, number one, that's a one-day body. All right? It's a one-day body. It's not even safe to stay at that body size for longer than one day. Okay? And it's not the healthiest body. People think it is not. All right? I actually shudder when I look at myself right now, pictures of the day that I went on stage, even the days when I turned pro. I was not healthy. I don't look it, but I think people who always want to be thinner, thinner, thinner tend to covet that. And so the thing is, you can do it, all right? And everyone wants to look great like that, but it comes at a price. It comes at a price to get there, and it comes at a price to stay there. Things you're giving up. Number one, you're giving up your time. Time that you will never get back. The time invested to get, I'm going to use the word shredded, okay, is time that you can never recoup. If you're in this program trying to do that, or a program, I should say, you're losing time with your loved ones. You're spending extra time in the gym. You're spending extra time in the kitchen. And let me tell you, by the time you clean up one meal, it's time to prep for another one. Or maybe you're going to prep one day of the week. That could take like 4 or 5 hours. So time in the kitchen is no joke if you're trying to get shredded. All right? You're also losing a lot of time because your brain is obsessing about, are you working out enough? Are you eating well? Maybe you didn't have your macros right. Maybe you should do something different. It's very, very thought consuming. Okay, so you're losing time. The other thing, you're putting yourself at a significant risk, and I'm going out on a limb saying this, but this is my thought, this is my experience, and maybe some bodybuilders will disagree with me because they don't want to see this angle of it, but you are putting yourself at a very large risk for having disordered behaviors. And they can be disordered eating behaviors and disordered exercise behaviors. And this is no laughing matter, because disordered behaviors can actually develop into a full-blown eating disorder. An eating disorder has so many different ways that it presents. It could be anorexia, it could be orthorexia, it could be bulimia, it could be binge eating disorder, it could be all sorts of, it could just be obsessive compulsive disorder and perfectionism, and then all or nothing. So this is no laughing matter. And I really would say it's really not worth it just to have yourself look in the mirror and have a body look back at you that you deem shredded. So these are extreme personal sacrifices that you would be giving up just for looks. And I just want to point that out, okay? The other thing is, let's talk about real fit people. Real, true fit people do not look like Instagram models. They do not look like bodybuilders on stage every single day of the year. Fit people enjoy regular food and even miss some workouts. They even eat birthday cake, right? And maybe have a glass of wine now and then. So being fit is important to a well-rounded fit person, but it's not everything, okay? So my suggestion is to train to enjoy life as your number one goal, right? And get all those benefits that we talked about a few minutes ago, all right? such as, reducing our risk for anxiety, having a better chance at relieving ourselves from depression, having stronger bones, a sharper brain, better sleep, decreased risk for disease, a better chance at a longer and better life, and a better sex life. Okay, anyways, so just think about that, all right? Would you rather be a slave to the mirror, or would you rather have enough fitness to really enjoy life? And that's what I want you to think about here. And by the way, weightlifting is the most underused, underappreciated treatment for depression that nobody seems to remember. Okay, so now you've heard it and now you know. So tata for now. This has been another episode on the Air Hug Community Podcast. And please do me a favor, grab a screenshot of this and share it with people that you love. I will see you back here next week on the Air Hug Community Podcast. Remember, new episodes come out every single Tuesday. If you have any questions and you want to contact me, you can reach me at Judy at judyarazosa.com, and that is written out in the show notes.